দেখো দাদি কি করে, দেখো জামা দেখা তোমাদেরকে কি করে দেখছো দাদি, মানুষের চড়াই দেখো, ট্রেনিং কেমন দেখো, আবার আসবে এটাকে ও ট্রেন করে ওরা।
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Taronga Zoo and Seals for the Wild, proudly powered by Red Energy. My name is Ben. I'm one of the very lucky keepers here on the Marine Mammal Department. And before we get things started this afternoon, I'd just like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that we're currently on, the Camaragal. For thousands of years, the Camaragal shared a very close connection to the ocean, Sydney Harbour, and all of the animals that live in it. And for our seals, we hope to share a very similar connection with all of you today. Now, speaking of seals, all the seals you'll be meeting today are either rare, rescued, or have been relocated. And these seals are some of Taronga's very special ambassadors for the wild. Especially the first seal you'll be meeting today. Her name is Nala, and she's a very rare Australian sea lion.
Nala.
Everyone, let's make Nala nice and welcome on the stage.
ছিলেন নাম নালা। ক্যাপ দাও, ওই দেখো নালা এসেছে। ওই দেখো ফিশ খায় কিভাবে দেখছো?
Now, unfortunately, Australian sea lions like Nala here are one of the most endangered seal species out there. With a current estimate of less than 10,000 individuals left in the wild.
ওই দেখো।
But Nala here, she's a really key part of the breeding program that we have for this
ফিশ
beautiful
খেয়েছে কিভাবে
species.
দেখছো?
Been born here 15 years ago, and during her time, they
আবার দিবে,
were
দেখো, তুমি তাকিয়ে থাকো,
two
তাকিয়ে
very
থাকো।
own pups. Now, did you know you've all got something in common with Nala? Have a look at your hand, and now have a look at Nala's front flipper.
দেখো কিভাবে শিখিয়েছে?
The bone structure that's found in our hand is the exact same bone structure that can be found in that flipper. Now, those flippers might look awkward for movement across the land, but they actually allow eared seals like Nala here to move much quicker and much easier than you might expect. So why don't we watch as Nala goes for a bit of a walk.
দেখেছো বলেছে চলে গেছে, ভদ্র কথা দেখো, এখন এসে আসবে, লাভ দিবে দেখো।
There you can see how Nala folded those rear flippers underneath her body, making use of all four to climb up the cliff.
ওই দেখো,
But of course, Nala is a seal, so it's really in the water where we can see how well those flippers are designed.
Taji, it's nice. Taji.
Movement like this through the water is something known as bowing or porpoising. It's an incredibly energy-efficient way for many air-breathing marine animals to quickly slice through the water, catching a quick breath of air every time they leap. This allows seals like Nala to keep up their terrific speeds whilst they chase down prey or they escape from predators. Now, of course, seals are predators out there in our waters. There are quite a few others, however, one of which is very important for a healthy ocean, but it is quite often misunderstood. Now, I'll give you a great demonstration of what predator I'm talking about. Does anyone know what predator that is?
ও ওই যে
Shark.
দেখেছো ওই যখন সুইম করছিল।
Now, although Nala makes a very beautiful shark in our water today, what she's actually showing you there is another natural behaviour. You see, it might not look like it, but Nala is covered in a really thick layer of fur. That fur coat is so good at keeping her body heat in, that it's only her naked and hairless flippers that can let the heat back out again.
আসবে ও গেছে ফিশ খেয়ে আসবে আবার।
So on a hot summer's day, if Nala needs to cool herself down, she sticks one of those flippers out of the water, catches a cool sea breeze, and cools down her entire body. Now, Nala's flippers are also incredibly strong. At the moment, she's weighing in at a really healthy 60 kilograms, and those flippers are so strong, in fact, that they can actually support her entire body weight. Very impressive, Niles. Oh no, you've got one more thing to do with those flippers. Just give everybody a big wave goodbye.
বাই তাজি বলো বাই।
And Nala and I, we're just out here to get things started this afternoon, so please give a very warm welcome to two of our friends, Keeper Jose, coming out here with Bondi. Thank you very much, Ben and Nala. Didn't they do a great job? Absolutely. Now, as you said, I'm out here with Bondi. He looks a little bit different to Nala. Nala, being a sea lion, only has one layer of fur. Bondi, he has two layers of fur. So he looks a lot shaggier. On the outside, they've got the guard here, which is that brown layer, stays completely flat, and is also quite waterproof. On the inside, though, it's got an orange layer. Really, really dense and also completely dry. Now, Bondi himself was actually down on Bondi Beach. When we found him, though, he was only 9 kilos. If you compare him to where he is now at 140 kilos, he could even get bigger. When we found him, though, he had a pretty severe injury down his left-hand side. It was that bad, he actually spent 3 months in our hospital to get to the point you can see him in today. Unfortunately, though, that time spent in care and the severity of that injury meant he was deemed unreleasable back to the wild. But we're very glad he's here. In fact, since being here, he's also bred 3 of his very own puppies. Isn't that right? Now, also being a New Zealand fur seal, originally these guys were found over in New Zealand, but they are a native right here in Australia as well. There's also one of your little cousins, or maybe big cousins, hanging around the steps of the Opera House most days as well. So they are very, very close to where we are right now. Bondi's also here today to show us the life of a seal.
তাজি দেখো তাজি দেখেছো কি করে চুলকাচ্ছে তাজি দেখো তো মাছ খাই দেখো উইশ তাজি দেখছো আর বাবা এই দেখো কি করে ও কিভাবে সুইম করে দেখো দেখো না কি করে তার জন্য দেখো পানি ফেলে দিচ্ছে এটা অনেক বড় তো দেখো দেখো এই যে দিয়ে খেলবে ওই দেখো দেখেছো তাজে সব শিখে ফেলেছে সবাইকে পানি দিয়ে দেয় দেখেছো এভাবে যাচ্ছে না দেখো
Now, life in our oceans isn't always easy. Human impact is one of their biggest challenges. But Bondi, you did a pretty good job, apart from the end. Got a big bucket of fish for you. Now, you may have seen how easily our seals catch their fish as we throw it to them. And that's because of their sensitive whiskers that help with the sense of touch. So, let's have a closer look.
আরো করবে আরো
So on the count of 3, I'm going to get you all to say whiskers, and let's see how easily Bondi can move them around. 1, 2, 3. Each of those whiskers is what helps him find his way through dark and murky water to catch his food. Now Bondi's on a pretty healthy diet. On an average day, he fills up on about 6 kilos of fish. That is one of these buckets full to the top. But Bondi, what happens when that seafood runs out? Well, sadly we are overfishing our oceans. Wild seals, just like Bondi, are finding it harder to get their next meals. Now Bondi's going to come down to the edge of the pool and we're going to look in the water to see if we can find any of those fish. You ready? Look in the strip. Excellent. Was there any fish down there? No. That's a bit crazy. But the real question is there something that we can all do about that? That's right. Yes, there is. Your choices do matter. The next time you're out there looking for seafood, Ask for MSC. The blue fish stick that you can see right here is a guarantee that you're buying seafood that comes from an industry that protects fish stocks, jobs, and the environment. So the next time you're out there shopping, that's right, Bondi, look for MSC and you too could be a champion for the world. And I think Bondi might also be a little bit happier as well. Well, you've done a great job, buddy. So I think we can now wave goodbye, find you some more of those fish. And we are welcoming back at the stage Keeper Ben, this time here with Pepper.
I just sit here. Pepper or Borga.
Thank you so much, Jose and Bondi. Give them a round of applause as they head off. Well, as Jose mentioned, I am out here with a very handsome Pepper. The Pepper here, unlike the two species you've met so far, isn't an Australian native. These guys are mainly found on the western coastline of the United States, ranging from parts of Canada all the way down to parts of Mexico. Pepper here is a 15-year-old Californian sea lion, and he relocated to us from a facility up in Holland when he was only a couple years of age. As I mentioned, he's now 15 years of age, weighing in at a very impressive 270 kilograms. Now, a big part of caring for our seals, of course, means teaching them behaviours. Pepper here isn't going to do anything he doesn't want to do. Everything takes a lot of time and a lot of trust to train. Now, these can be some really simple husbandry behaviours that allow us to take really good care of Pepper, like asking him to open his mouth so I can check out those teeth. Looking good in there, Pep. But these behaviours can also be a lot more complicated, just like the behaviour Pepper's going to show you this afternoon. He's going to show you a behaviour known as a high bow. That's where he uses his nose to touch that boy hanging above the water. But to do this, he does need all of your help. So on the count of 3, as loud as you possibly can, I need everyone to yell out jump Pepper. Do we think we can do that? Yeah. Amazing. Well, he's not going to make it from here, so he does need a run up. Alright, and now that he's in position, I'll count you all in. 1, 2, 3. Well, I thought you guys did a fantastic job. We'll have to check in with Pep. Buddy, was that loud enough for you? He said no. So we're going to need a lot more energy than that. Let's try that one more time, as loud as you can. But this time, try throwing your hands up in the air. 1, 2, 3. What a jump from Pepper. A bit of a shout for our front row. Give yourselves a big round of applause.
Big jump.
Now, we really do appreciate you all coming to Taronga Zoo and Seals for the Wild today. But please stay right where you are. Pepper and another one of our seals will be back out to make their final farewells. Just remember, though, the next time you're shopping for seafood, which one are we looking for, Pep? That's right. Look for MSC and you can all be champions for the wild. We hope you have a fantastic day here at Taronga, and we'll see you all next time. Bye for now.